I think we're the only ska band in Jamaica. Live music, it's coming back in Jamaica. So I think we have to push it so the younger generation can really see what's happening. Because everybody really into the dance hall. But ska music, it's intelligence. In the near future, I want to become the best trombonist that I can be because that's my love music. And I hope to do an album in the near future.
In the next 3 years' time, touring the whole world. In Europe, showing that there is still ska in Jamaica, coming from Jamaica to the world.
Tour all over the world, taking Jamaican music until you can tour no more.
We want to start like a little school. Start a little school that shows about the history of Jamaican music, where it's coming from to the present time.
Jamaica have the world music. We are well cultured in our music, and we create our own music. We have our own thing. Because if it wasn't good music, people wouldn't take it abroad and make millions of it. And money is out there for musicians. All over is there. But we did not join the society to achieve it. Because the people who join society, they get the money. Like Marley gets his money. Because he have somebody who take care of that. So him know that him get him royalties and him get him thing from a radio thing, him whatsoever, and get that. But now it is coming. So we understand what it is all about in the music. And we have to keep, and I hope that, I talk to these guys and say, gentlemen, what we do, we have to join the society for a year, days later. So the music, big up Jamaican music.
If music is the food of love, play on. I pray our Jamaican ska will live on and the ska sonic take it to the world. The development report continues after this.
The needs of our communities are great, but together we can create a world where no one gets left behind. Digicel Foundation has started this journey by investing $105 million to date into over 1,400 community, education, social, and special needs initiatives, impacting the lives of more than 2.2 million people.
Yo, the scammer them a call people number foreign. But when you mix up with them thing there, your number can get called. Or your family. Stop the thieving. Stop the scamming. Call Mocha at 1-800-CORRUPT.
Most of us have heard the term persons with special needs or people with disabilities and automatically think they're incapable of being successful. Well, I've got news for you. They can. Marcia Williams and Adrian Campbell are prime examples of persons with disabilities that are living their best lives and being extraordinary Jamaicans.
Marcia Williams and Adrian Campbell are co-producers and co-presenters on the Roots 96 FM radio show Extraordinary Abilities.
Welcome to Extraordinary Abilities. I'm Marcia Williams.
I'm Adrian Campbell.
And I'm Jordan Beckford. Extraordinary Abilities is a program that's sole purpose is to educate society, Jamaica on a whole, about the disabled community.
It's a good way to spread the message and educate and convert the non-believers out there that yes, we do have a community where there are those who are living and managing with their disabilities.
There's always the stigma towards disability, whether the parent did something bad or it's obia, those little things surrounding disability, and sometimes it just happens and you can't control that. But what you can do is take care of these human beings because they're human beings, and that is what we're trying to create. That awareness that they're human beings and they can be taken care of, and if you do well, they can do anything that you're doing.
At first, it started off with me and Ashton, the original host. So it was like me and her that started off the program before Jody came on.
Adrian is new to Extraordinary Abilities, so I'll start with Marcia. Marcia was a challenge for me in the beginning because I've never done this before, working with somebody who has a learning disability. And having a learning disability is not just that, you know, there are other things that come with it. Marcia does her own thing, marched her own beat, and I'm very specific about what I want done, and I think what Marcia did was taught me patience.
When I asked her what she wanted to be at the age of about 10 or 11, she told me journalism, and I thought that she never knew what she was saying. And so I sought to do other things that would lead her into a different kind of journalism, but she insisted over the years they had career days and it was just journalism that she wanted. And so I think she is focused on what she wants, and she's just determined. She has always had that kind of determination that whatever she wants, she just always a little bit stubborn with it, but yeah.
You know, when like when I was listening to Alan and Doreen, I was wondering what it is like to be on radio. I was wanted to know, like, you know, what does it feel like to be on radio? And
She said exactly how she feel, and I appreciate people like that. She's honest and she's fun, and she just tell it like it is, and she gets the job done.
it was like my first time going on radio. I felt like I was a bit like nervous, but after a while I get over it already, so I know what it is like to be on the air. Because every now and then my heart just started beating and started pumping, but you know, I get over it, so I'm used to it.
The first day I heard her on radio, I remember I was coming through the toll road and I was like, I mean, I could have died that day, and I thought that even if I didn't make it to heaven, I would have been satisfied with my life, because I felt so good hearing her. I was overwhelmed. I was in tears. I was just saying, thank you, Lord. Thank you, Jesus. I'm allowed to see this day. Because while she believed in herself, and it's not that I didn't believe in her, but I did not see what she saw. I did not see her ability to really manage this.
The program Extra Abilities, like, it has been great for me. It carried me through a long journey and a long way.
Persons think that, oh, they're disabled, whether it's a learning disability or physical or they're blind, they can get the job done if you train them right. Adrian is just this brilliant young man. He's brilliant and he's awesome. I've just met him, but I think he's doing extremely well for Extraordinary Abilities.
He's bent on getting, is fulfilling his potential, is what he sees as his true potential. Adrian is my hero, right? Because Adrian has had a very challenging childhood, right? From at a baby stage, he had seizures when he was 3 days old, right? And eventually it got to a point where doctors gave up on him and said to take him home because he would never develop into anything. I mean, at that point he was unable to speak, at one point he was unable to hear, because he had a syndrome that nobody knew about. We didn't know it was a syndrome, right? Just the symptoms kept happening. And he was not supposed to be where he is right now. His development was supposed to have stopped at the age of 2.
I just don't want to end up like the many people out there who have given up.
When I look at where I'm coming from, I know I'm blessed, and I close my eyes and smile.
They're fun and I enjoy being around them, and they continuously teach me how to be patient. If I'm not, it's a consistent lesson. What makes them extraordinary is the fact that they have a learning disability, but yet still they're able to do researches and put their segment together by themselves.
She has a kind of courage that possibly I think maybe I wish I had. She's willing to try anything that she feels that she wants to do. She sees no limit, and I think that is what really makes her extraordinary.
He's forever trying. He always tries. Adrian never gives up.
I always say this to people. In general, you won't know if something is going to work unless you try it. How else will you know? And don't go in there with any preconceived notion of what you think they're able to do. Many a times I have thought that, oh, Marcia won't be able to put that together. Oh, Marcia can't do that interview. You know, in my mind, that's what you're telling yourself. And then when I sit and I watch her go on an outside broadcast and interview someone, and I don't give her no heads up, there's no, you know, going over script or anything. She's just being herself. And that is us giving her an opportunity to, you know, just display her talent. So you won't know unless you give them a chance. Give them an opportunity to show what it is they can give back to their community. And I personally believe that your country and your society and your community says a whole lot about when you look at the disabled community. So how you treat them shows what your country really is about, or what your country really is like, the people is like. So yeah, I think give them a chance.
Having heard Marcia on that first day on the radio station, I really just want to say thanks to Roots FM, and especially Ms. Rosamond Brown, Mr. Somers, Ms. Taylor, just everybody at Roots, and you know, all the persons who are ISIS who have supported her and really nurtured her and still continue to nurture her. But to Roots FM for giving her this opportunity. I'm not sure if she would have gotten it anywhere else, and really I'm eternally grateful to Roots for giving her this opportunity to explore her dreams and to really empower her, because today who she is, she was not that person when she first came to Roots, and I've seen her growth, and I really want to say thanks. And I mean, in recent times now, to Digicel for really sponsoring the program and really supporting persons with disabilities. Thanks to you all. Eternally grateful.
To persons living with and without disabilities, try to be your best selves, despite your challenges. To those who have the power to give persons with disabilities a shot at life or an opportunity, give them a chance. To Digicel Foundation, continue being extraordinary.
The needs of our communities are great, but together we can create a world where no one gets left behind. Digicel Foundation has started this journey by investing $105 million to date into over 1,400 community, education, social, and special needs initiatives, impacting the lives of more than 2.2 million people.
This is the Aedes aegypti mosquito that spreads the Zika, chikungunya, and dengue viruses. Search for its breeding sites and destroy them. A message from the Ministry of Health.
You've seen men contributing to the music industry, extraordinary Jamaicans impacting people with special needs, and it's only fitting we give you a woman who is impacting other women in the rural regions and adding to the development of Jamaica.
I am Pauline Terry Smith, and I'm the founder, president, CEO of a triad of organizations that's committed to empowering poor rural women mostly. And that includes the Network of Women for Food Security, the Mushroom Producers Association, and the Foundation for the Development of Mushroom. The Network of Women for Food Security started in about 2011. And it was started by a group of friends. We had been out and had a negative experience getting into one of the fancy hotels in Jamaica. I'm not really used to being treated like that and told that we couldn't participate and we couldn't go in. And so I became obsessed with, we had to start something. So a couple of us, we kept working on that, and we started out by helping women plant fruit trees, because we noticed in this part of the country the fruit trees were all killed. to make room for yam ground. And for a lot of communities, there were no fruit trees for the children anymore. Like when we were children, in my community, we only have maca and bamboo trees. So we started with getting fruit trees through RADA and through trees that feed and planting trees. But the women said to us, it's nice that you're planting trees, but it takes a long time for the trees to grow, and we need something that can help us make money for the children. And so we had to figure on something, and I've always been passionate about mushroom cultivation and eating mushrooms. We looked at where there would be a place in the agriculture landscape that we could have a quick turnaround crop that did not require land space and would sell for a large amount of money, so that there could be a real transfer of wealth from poor women to the marketplace. Because when we looked at what happened in our community with, say, yam, the farmer has no control. Mushroom solved a lot of problems. It solved the problem of nobody stealing it because they don't know what to do with it at first. They don't know where to sell it next, and because mushroom sells at $2,500 a pound. So that was real money. In less than a month, a woman could have, in a week after she gets a mushroom grow bag, she can have mushroom to sell. Mushroom is a super magical food. It regulates your blood sugar. It is great for all your prostate issues. It helps people who want to lose weight. It's an edible source of vitamin D, and a lot of people lack vitamin D. It also is just plain delicious. It's one of the higher foods that rises up to meet whatever flavor you throw at it. If you prepare it the proper way, then it takes on the mouthfeel of meat.
It tastes like teriyaki chicken.
What's not to love about my fungus?
It's just good. And the greatest thing, you cannot spoil mushroom.
And this is supposed to be the best part of it. The cookie's going to be made. And like Miss Linda will tell you, age is not a barrier to growing mushroom. No. You're not dependent on hiring.
As long as he can walk.
Yeah.
Mr. Smith makes a soap, he makes a body butter, makes a lotion.
All cosmetics.
Very nice.
And of course, certain season, for example, Easter coming up, you'll be getting mushroom Easter bun.
We've got some brains around here.
Oh yeah.
And the only person they haven't met is Mr. Smith.
Oh,
Real
yeah.
Mr. Smith.
The real Mr. Smith.
You wouldn't have mushrooms without Mr. Smith. He works what? 24/7.
24/7.
He often doesn't take any bows. We have to talk about him. But all of the work, the grow bag, the research, the development of the strains of the mushroom, spawn making. And he's very open to teaching our ladies, because Shelley has
I am learning, and it's very exciting. Every step of the way. From mixing the grains to bottling them, and how to get the cover on it, how to pasteurize and everything. It's very exciting.
In this bag is the perfect mushroom farm. Everything a mushroom needs to become a mushroom is in this bag. Has the moisture, the supplement, and it has fever grass and bamboo leaves. If you are a poor woman in my community, you get anywhere from $1,500 to $2,000 per day to work from early morning till about 5. Carrying cement, carrying yam head, washing somebody's clothes, cleaning their house. In my world, you could pop into your grow house in the morning, and if you have 40 of these grow bags, you could probably for the week make anywhere from 10 to 20 pounds of mushroom. 20 pounds of mushroom, guaranteed sale price at market gate. You will do better than the minimum wage. But we couldn't do any of this without food to the poor. Digicel Foundation was one of the first and earliest sponsors. We needed a facility to process the fever grass and the bamboo leaf. And Digicel Foundation was very nice in giving us a start with that facility. Food for the Poor has made a commitment to complete the facility, and they've taken a lot of heat, and it's been a rocky road. And the Network of Women for Food Security has changed shapes, and somehow Food for the Poor has managed to ride the wave and stay with us. And they're responsible for building the infrastructure in St. Anne. They're responsible for building this building that we're sitting in, and they're looking at moving forward with us. And so they've allowed us a little bit of room to grow and a room to find our groove. And I think we're there now. At this stage, we need to be thinking of succession, of putting in new ways of moving the organization along for new leadership. We are at the moment toying with the idea of moving the Network of Women for Food Security into becoming an online community of women that would reduce the boundaries and the barriers, and say wealthier women could support poorer women. A grow bag costs $1,000. So someone in Canada, that is like $10. So if you invest $50 into a woman in rural St. Anne by being a part of the Network of Women for Food Security, you could change their lives, because 10 grow bags could replace the need for, you know, minimum wage somewhere else. So, and it would supplement their diet. So we're looking at moving our community, the Network of Women, online. So we'd have our Facebook, have our website, we'd have conferences, we could, the Network of Women could become the market for a lot of the products, because then online you could sell directly the products online. So that's what we're toying with. It would also give us a wider reach for younger women. Network of Women was started by women all over the age of 50. And I think we need to step a little bit towards the side and leave it as a legacy project for younger women to support each other. And if we move online, then you have access to women in England and America, and you know, we could be a bigger community.
Jamaica needs people who are passionate about the country's development, and we should all aim to make a difference. That has been the Development Report. Until next time, join the conversation on Twitter, Facebook, or Instagram. We want to hear from you. I'm Camille.
The needs of our communities are great, but together we can create a world where no one gets left behind. Digicel Foundation has started this journey by investing $105 million to date into over 1,400 community, education, social, and special needs initiatives, impacting the lives of more than 2.2 million people.
As an inner city youth, I'm a duty to know the laws and my rights. These laws